There was once a boy named Ethan. Ethan was bright, curious, and full of dreams, but he had one major weakness: laziness. Every night, he would make promises to himself. Tomorrow, I'll wake up early. Tomorrow, I'll start studying. Tomorrow, I'll change. But when tomorrow came, nothing changed. He would hit the snooze button again and again until the sun had already climbed high into the sky. His phone was always the first thing he touched, scrolling through videos, wasting minutes that slowly turned into hours. He didn't realize it then, but time was silently slipping away second by second, moment by moment. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and slowly, his dreams began to fade. Ethan had always dreamed of becoming successful, not just for himself, but for his parents, who had sacrificed everything to give him a better life. His father worked long hours in a small shop. His mother stayed up late doing extra work just to earn a little more money. They never complained. They only said one thing: "We're doing this for your future." But Ethan's laziness always won. When his friends were studying, Ethan was watching videos. When others were learning new skills, he was busy saying, "I'll do it later." He didn't realize that later slowly becomes never. His father often told him, "Son, time is like sand. You can't hold it for long. The more you waste it, the more you lose yourself." Ethan would laugh and reply, "Relax, Dad. I have plenty of time." But time, as always, kept moving forward, with or without him. One evening, as Ethan lay lazily on his bed scrolling through his phone, his younger brother Oliver came in. Oliver was only 14, but he was disciplined, focused, and full of energy. Every morning he woke up before sunrise, studied hard, and still found time to help their parents with chores. He never complained. Ethan often watched his brother with a strange mix of amusement and confusion. "Why are you working so hard?" he would ask. "You're just a kid." Oliver would smile and say, "Because I don't want to waste time. One day, I want to make Mom and Dad proud." A few weeks later, Oliver entered a school competition and won a scholarship. The entire family celebrated. Everyone praised his hard work and discipline. Their father's eyes shined with pride as he hugged Oliver tightly. That night, Ethan sat silently at the dinner table, watching his little brother receive all the appreciation he himself once wanted. For the first time, he felt something deep inside, not jealousy, but regret. He realized he had been given the same 24 hours as his brother, the same parents, the same opportunities, the same love and support. But while Oliver used his time wisely, Ethan had thrown his away. That night, he couldn't sleep. He lay awake staring at the ceiling, thinking about all the times he said tomorrow. All the moments he wasted, all the chances he ignored. He whispered softly to himself, "I've been wasting my life." The next morning, for the first time in years, Ethan woke up before sunrise. The world was quiet, peaceful, and still half asleep. But as he stepped outside, he saw shopkeepers opening their stores, workers heading to their jobs, students walking to school, everyone moving. Everyone doing something with their time, and he thought to himself, "While I was sleeping, the world kept moving." That morning, something changed in him. He stood there watching the golden light of dawn and made a silent promise to himself: no more wasted days. No more empty hours. From now on, I'll respect time. But the journey wasn't easy. The first few weeks were a battle between who he was and who he wanted to become. He would wake up early one day, only to fall back into his old habits the next. His body craved comfort. His mind whispered excuses. Every day was a test, but every time he felt like giving up, he remembered his father's words: "Discipline is doing what you must do, even when you don't feel like doing it." So, he started small. He began waking up early, even if his body resisted. He made a routine, even if his mind argued. He studied a few hours daily. He limited his phone use at first, the progress was invisible. Nothing seemed to change. But slowly, something inside him started to shift. He began to feel lighter, not because life was easier, but because he finally had direction. Those small steps turned into habits, and those habits began to transform him. Months passed, his grades improved. His focus sharpened. He found joy in the struggle, in doing the things he once avoided. People who once mocked him for being lazy started noticing the difference. His teachers praised his effort. His parents' tired eyes began to shine again. Even Oliver looked at him with pride, saying, "I knew you could do it, bro." One day, his teacher called him after class and said, "Ethan, you've completely changed." "What happened?" He smiled and replied, "I just learned to value my time." Years later, Ethan graduated among the top students in his college. He started his own business, helped his parents live comfortably, and began mentoring young people who struggled with laziness, just like he once did. Whenever someone asked him how he changed his life, he would say, "Discipline isn't easy, but it's worth it. Laziness gives you comfort today, but pain tomorrow. Discipline gives you struggle today, but success tomorrow." He had learned one of life's greatest truths, that time waits for no one, that you can lose money and earn it back, you can lose opportunities and create new ones, but once you lose time, it never returns. Every second you waste is a piece of your life you'll never get again. Ethan would often tell the people he mentored, "Don't wait for motivation. It won't always come. Build discipline. Respect your time. Because every great person you admire once stood where you are now, uncertain, lazy, or afraid, but they started. And that made all the difference. So start today, value your time, because the clock is always ticking, and the life you dream of depends on what you do with each moment right now.